Alright, so here's the fun thing. Even though it's not technically in order, we have two options. Either 5, which comes after 4, or 2, which makes 5 last. If I started with number 4, we could have avoided this entirely. It doesn't really matter. I want to do the moon next, because Transylvania is probably my favorite, and I don't know, I don't want the moon to be the last one, so we'll just do the moon now.
It's a long way to the moon, lads, but the green cheese of longevity will make it worth the trip. Up, up, and away!
Gosh, Mr. McDuck! I've never been to the moon before!
Well, when it comes to space cadets, Fenton, you're a natural. Now, Gyro, wine blazes are we chewing this awful blue muck?
Why, that's Oxy Chew, Mr. McDuck. It's my latest invention, oxygen-flavored taffy. 5 good chews and you can breathe on the lunar surface without a spacesuit. Oh, and it tastes great, too.
That, Gyro, is a matter of opinion. Now, which way to the green cheese?
What do you mean? Isn't it all around us?
Yeah? How do you figure?
Everybody knows the whole moon's made of green cheese. Well, that's what my dear mama said.
And you could take a feather brain like you to believe her. Ugh, sometimes I don't know what I'm gonna... Wait, what's that?
Look, here's someone who could give us directions. Hello?
Ah!
Mr. McDuck! Help!
Oh, no! We've got to save him!
Do we really?
We do if you want to find that treasure of yours, Mr. McDuck. Fenton was carrying the Gizmo Duck suit. That's the only thing we've got powerful enough to break into the moon vault.
All right, fine. Stay here and guard the supplies while I look for that bumbling bookkeeper. Why, that looks like the same spaceship that took off with Fenton. Well, I guess this means I'm invited on board.
Alright, well, I was quiet because I wanted to let you guys take an opportunity to listen to it because I know it's a fan favorite. So if you haven't heard the remastered version, this is how it sounds. Well, let's go left first, I guess. Or we can just hit the idiot on his stupid face. So, that's kind of one thing I really like about them adding cutscenes into this, is explaining certain things that are just, you know, kind of were left open to interpretation, like oxygen-flavored gum. That's a cool idea. Still doesn't change the fact that, you know, very little to no gravity, so all of the fluid in your body would rush out of you, and you'd still die pretty quickly, along with freezing to death, radiation, and among other things. But who cares? It's a video game. But space is goddamn scary. Space terrifies the shit out of me, but it's not like I have to go there. So, there you go. Let me grab that real quick before it goes away. Alright, nothing there. Alright,
Hanging around here.
Why did he talk? It looked like I could go up, that was why I wanted to check the map. Try again. Yeah, the moon was like the one thing about DuckTales I knew about, was just that song, because it was so popular. And I think it was I Want to Be the Guy that got me introduced to it.
Blast me bagpipes! A piece of Gizmo Duck's suit! Oh, if only I had a way to open this door.
If I'm not mistaken, we can just bounce on this. Can we walk on it? Yep. Totally fine. Just making sure. Not that I would travel by walking. What do you think I am? Some sort of simpleton? I bounce where I go. I am in fact a spring. Sure. Maybe I can stream it one day or something. Because, like, again, this just makes me super curious about what the original is like. Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Fenton, get down from there and stop embarrassing yourself.
Mr. McDuck! Thank goodness you're here! I think those aliens wanted to suck out my brain and make an army of Fenton clones!
Bah, they'd soon learn that one of you is one too many. Now, help me find a security override so we can get to your Gizmo Duck suit.
You mean this?
Security system disengaged.
Fenton, you're a genius.
Gee, Mr. McDuck, do you mean it? Oops.
Warning, damage report. Artificial gravity system is offline.
Fenton, you're a nincompoop. You broke the gravity controls.
Not to worry, I'll have it fixed in a jiffy. I got a level 3 certificate of technology from Happy Ducky University, you know.
Oh, no you don't. You'll probably slam into the self-destruct button too. I'll get us out of this.
Yeah, they do that too. And that's the thing. I don't quite remember how this goes. I just know I hit buttons. Oh, that's it?
Gravity
Oh.
system restored. All systems normal.
Nice work, Mr. McDuck. Now, let's go get my Gizmo Duck suit.
Not so fast, Dunderhead. You go wait with Gyro. I'll find a Gizmo Duck suit myself.
No questions, no complaints, nothing. Also, by the way, I feel like it's kind of worth mentioning. The controls do not change at all. It's not floaty or anything, like I'm sure you can probably tell just by looking at it, but it's the exact same. So I want to say go down first, and that little laser's gone, along with this guy.
It's Gizmo Duck's helmet. Oh, if I didn't know better, I'd swear Fenton actually gets smarter when he wears this thing. Maybe I'm a wee bit too hard on the lad. Now, only 2 more parts to find, and we can break into that moon vault.
Space! Up! Okay, so here's another thing I think is kind of fun and space related, and I guess worth saying something. We'll go left first. I always think it's kind of funny how, like, we analyze things from scientific plausibilities of, like, well, this can't exist because these laws say otherwise. And then you have a whole bunch of bullshit just in nature that disagrees with the laws of science anyway, like bees, for instance. Can't go up there. Oh, wait. Use big boy brain. There we go. Like, there's a perfect example of something where it's like it shouldn't scientifically make sense, but it does anyway. And I know there's other animals like this where, like, we still don't know how cats purr. We don't know much about cats just in general on a scientific level, but it's kind of funny how we think we know everything or act like we know everything when in fact there's like a whole bunch of shit we still don't know the answers to. And it's like, that's really the biggest thing about science that bothers me, is people act like we have the answers to everything when we don't. A lot of things we have are like theories and ideas, but no actual evidence to back things up. They're just good assumptions, and that's about it. But people act like it's law. Like, we haven't touched a black hole. We don't know what the fuck they do. We have a safe assumption. But we haven't interacted with it.
This is a wee bit slippery.
Alright, well, as a result, I must go this way. Always go wherever it doesn't want you to. Because that's how you find the secrets.
Out of my way.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Looks like I found Gizmo Duck's armored suit. It's a good thing Gyro rigged up this hyperspace pocket for me to carry things around in. Now just one more part to find and I can get off this flying monstrosity.
I actually enjoyed that they acknowledged how he's carrying the stuff around with him. That's kind of clever. There's another video game joke for you. How does Link carry everything around him? Who cares? I remember being annoyed because when I had one of my friends play Twilight Princess and like, you know, just playing around, and then at some point we're at Lake Hylia and he's like, there's no way he could realistically swim around in all that armor. Like, yes, you're right. We just fought a dragon, but you know, realism. Get out of the damn way. I disagree with that. Okay, to the right. I don't think so, but yeah, I didn't think so. Can't hit. No, yeah, I figured it wouldn't just fall down. Nope. Got him though. Disagree with that. Did we already get our health extension or no? I don't think so.
Look at the size of this diamond.
Let me... Okay, yeah, see, I had a feeling. Alright, pro strats. Looking like a good gamer here for a minute. Was that always there? Yeah, I do remember when this like first came out, speedruns were like all over it really quickly. One of the guys who I first started watching on YouTube, Ultra J Man, like he I think did speedruns of the original. So naturally, once this came out, he got it, and then he went for his attempt like instantly, and yeah. But what is up? Try again. Hi. I see the blocks. They were for nothing.
Look at that luster.
Now I'm thinking about Mrs. Beakley again. I'm like, if she, what the hell? There's another one. If she shows up, like, what's Scrooge gonna say? He's gonna be like, "How are you breathing?" Is it? Yeah, I guess it would be this way. I mean, it looks like it's just climb up more. And remember when I did playtest it, I skipped the cutscene, so I don't know the dialogue all that well. Help! He punched me. There's a bunch of octopi. Octopi!
Waka waka, it's a treasure.
He said waka waka. Oh, there's a secret up? Oh, we gotta take the secret up. Look, it's Beakley!
Why are you here, Mrs. Beakley?
Because zero gravity is the last place for bad dining habits, Mr. McDuck. There'll be no skipping meals on my watch.
You're worth your weight in gold, Mrs. Beakley. If you'll pardon the expression.
Huh, of course. But I'll find my own way out, thank you very much.
That's the same line they used in, like, Africa. More importantly, why would you put food next to Mrs. Beakley? I saw that ice cream. You can't pull the wool over my eyes, for I see what you cannot. I am not blind to these things. I need to go up. Another thing I think about, which, like, this is gonna sound twisted as hell, but you gotta hear me out. One of the primary reasons that humans stay to humans, outside of just, you know, necessary for reproduction, is because of the idea of intelligent life.
Gizmo Duck's wheel! I've always wondered what Gyro was thinking when he designed this thing. Who fights crime with a unicycle? Now that I've got all three parts, I can head back to Fenton and Gyro. Ugh, I hope it's not too late.
But the point is, if we found intelligent life out there that was able to be reasoned with and, you know, felt things the way humans do and all that stuff, how long do you think it would take before someone tried to fuck them? Like, you ever watch Guardians of the Galaxy and that human dude's fucking the green bitch or whatever? Like, how long do you think before something like that actually happens? Would we allow something like that because, like, it would be ethically wrong? Or would it be because it's intelligent life and it can make its own consents or something like that? Like, would it be okay then? Like, that's a weird thing. Obviously, that's under a lot of presumptions, like there being intelligent life and that we will find it and stuff like that. Like, that's a long shot, but just the idea of that, I feel like, is a very human thing. Like, I also think it's funny that, like, we're working on robots, and what's the first thing we try to do with robots? I want to fuck it. Humans are crazy, and I'm very glad I didn't fall down that pit, because I almost did. I need this!
We're in luck. I managed to find all of Gizmo Duck's suit.
Oh boy! Now we can blast into the treasure vault!
Just a moment, Fenton. Gyro, I think I left my favorite $2 bill under the back seat. Would you mind getting it for me?
Sure thing, Mr. McDuck.
Gee, boss, why'd you send Gyro back onto the ship?
So he doesn't find out you're Gizmo Duck when you put on that suit, you dunderhead.
But there are only 3 of us here, sir. Won't he figure it out anyway, when Gizmo Duck appears and I've mysteriously vanished?
I wouldn't worry about that. Gyro may be a brilliant inventor, but his deductive reasoning skills are about as good as yours.
Oh! Hey!
Would you just get on with it? Say your secret code word and activate that confounded contraption.
Code word? Gee, I can't remember it. Oh, blather and blatherskite, I'm useless. I mean, I'm useful to the extreme. Point me toward the offending blockade, so that I might deal justice upon it.
Cut the dramatics, would you, and follow me.
Mr. McDuck? Fenton? Gizmo Duck? Huh. They're gone. And all I could find was this $2 million bill. Oh well, back under the seat it goes.
I was going to say, oh yeah, he helps. I was going to say that I was impressed that there actually was a $2 bill, but $2 million's a little bit more. So Gizmo Duck's not exactly useless, but sometimes you gotta like wait for him to actually kill something. Sometimes you're just better off doing it yourself. Heck! I made that jump. Sometimes, all right, he's a lifesaver, life ender. I need gems. It's also, I mean, it's part of the joke. Back under the seat it goes. That's just a silly thing. You shouldn't keep it. You would have $2 million. And also, here's a statistic I looked up. How much money a human spends in their lifetime, and we're counting from, like, let's say, I think it was... Because you don't count the first 18 years.
This is the place. Gyro's calculation said the green cheese of longevity lies just beyond this door.
Step aside, citizen, whilst I blast the door asunder! How was that, Mr. Oh, the path is clear, good sir!
Good work, Gizmo Duck. Now... Ah! Flintheart Glumgold. What are you doing here, you pernicious pilferer?
Why, same as you, Scroogey. Trying to corner a new segment of the dairy market.
Why, you... How did you find out about the green cheese?
Wouldn't you like to know? But thanks for saving me the trouble of blasting through that door on my own.
I'll stop him, Mr. McDuck! Halt, evildoer!
No, Gizmo Duck. I need you to help me deal with the... Beagle Boys. Bah!
The statistic is that a human life on average of, let's say, about 60 years, so if we're talking from age 18 to 78, spends about $4 million in their life. I think it's like a little bit more. It's between 4 to 5 million. But yeah, there's that. And a lot of times I think to myself, I'm like, you know, if I just had $1 million, I think I'd be set for life. And a lot of studies say that, you know, people overgive or overspend and stuff like that. And truthfully, I don't think I would. Maybe overgive a little bit. But I definitely wouldn't overspend because I already have the problem of I buy a bunch of video games and don't finish them. So I would want to avoid that by spacing things out and buying something like little by little, so this way I have something to look forward to next time. So as a result, I think I could at least have my compulsion spending in line. I would just, like, you know, pay it forward to some people, but I don't think I would want to be the bank account to help everybody out. Get fucked! So that's a thing I think about. Even though technically $1 million wouldn't set you for life, but it would definitely set you for a long time. Also, depending on if you still work, I would still want to work because I like working, believe it or not. I disagree! It kind of bums me out that, like, there's no real... I want a 1-up or something like that for doing it. I don't know if maybe you can go... I mean, it doesn't matter. I've got unlimited lives. It's easy bitch mode. But, I don't know. It just feels like there should be a little bit more or something going on. Alright, can you grab the gem? Thank you. Extra health! We've got extra health! Baby! Okay, I'm good. I actually find it kind of really annoying and obnoxious when people act... How do I say it? Like that on purpose. They're like, oh, look at me, I'm so kooky! And they do it in like a way over the top way. Ouch. That worked out. I'm trying not to name drop, but there was definitely someone in particular I was thinking about. I also hate people who make, like, jokes about, like, comment, subscribe, oh, sell out. Like, we get it. You're funny. You're not. I can at least say I'm modest, and I don't typically talk about anything related to YouTube.
Mirth and be merry. I made it here first. No, not the cheese. Anything but that. Great Scott! I thought that stuff was supposed to be an anti-aging culture, not an instant growth fungus.
So I would say, outside of my brilliant performance, maybe I've hit it twice, thank you. This is probably one of the easiest boss fights just in general, because you can kind of just stick to one spot and it's fine. So just kind of give him a bonk when he's in the middle, and then when he reaches this spot, just chill here, and then you only have to move if he appears above you, and that's it. In other words, you're fine, and it's easy to dodge everything. 'Cause that's it. You're only at a disadvantage if he tries to jump on top of you or, you know, land above you. In other words, it's super easy. Like so. Look at that, hard dodge. Now we wait. So as long as you know the safe spots, it could also work on the right side if you want to use the right side, that's fine too. But as long as you know and do that, like it's pretty easy to deal with. I almost walked down. I'm trying to fuck around, but I shouldn't. Bonk! Also, the remastered thing has a thing called Easy Pogo, where all you do is hit, that was stupid of me. You hit a button and it just does it on its own, and their idea of hard Pogo is to push down while pressing the button, and I don't really think that's hard at all. But I guess that's a thing worth mentioning, since Pogo is the thing. I have it, so I just push the button, because I don't really care. But I just think it's kind of funny that they felt that that was too difficult, that people couldn't do it. Like, that's too hard, but having, you know, your health and lives beat the hell out of you, that's not.
Giant moon rat or no giant moon rat, nothing's gonna keep this duck from that green cheese and all the green it's gonna make me.
So here's the awkward spot for me. About an hour and a half into recording, and we have Transylvania left, which is like probably another 25-30 minutes, let's say. But there's actually, that's not where it ends. There's a finale, and that'll put me at 2.5 hours, so I'm like, I don't know if I should stop now, if I should do Transylvania and just stop and leave the last level for another time, or if I should grind it all out and do it all together. So that's kind of really weird. I'm gonna see how I feel, though.
Ew, what is that smell, Uncle Scrooge?
It's the green cheese and longevity, lads. One flake of this stinky cheese can yield an entire gross of anti-aging supplements.
Gross is right.
Ugh, aye. The smell could drop the petals from a petunia. Still, it's nothing you can't get used to, if there's money to be made.
Speak for yourself, Uncle Scrooge. Yeah, we gotta get out of here.
A grand idea, boys. Which treasure shall we chase after next?